So now, so as I already told that where it all applies, where we can use this clustering, what is the necessity of doing this cluster? Okay, let us take, we know that, let us analyze that association rules with respect to some that market basket data. So we know that we'll have a lot of transaction and we will have items purchased in the transaction. Let us assume we have one more thing, this TID. If you're like customer ID, okay, customer ID, we know that the customer ID 1 with transaction 100, he purchased some item like A, B, and C. Customer B, transaction 101, he may purchases A, B, C. Customer ID C with 110 transaction, he purchase D and E. Okay, customer CID D, the transaction 11, he may purchase with D and C. See, based on this, we can easily analyze it. That is, see, we don't have any predefined knowledge. Now we are going to identify what thing we can do it with respect to this data, what analysis we can do this do with respect to this data. See, the customer like A and B, they have purchased the items, okay, similar item. They have purchased a similar item. It means that A and B belongs to one group, okay, and C belongs to one group, and D belongs to one group. We can say C and D. There is a overlapping of the overlapping C and D. Okay, see. Yeah, because using this, we can easily analyze how the customers' uh, uh, purchasing behavior. Okay, like that. So, what are all the group of customers will purchase same related items, or what are all the group of persons which they do not means they purchase different items also, same items also, like that. We can easily analyze the customers' purchasing behavior using the clustering. That is, if any customers they have purchased similar items, we will group into single group. If they have purchased dissimilar items, then what we do is we will group it in another group. If they have some items common and some items not common, what we do is we will group it as a overlapping group, like that. Okay, because there are common items here. So, okay, so we can use this analysis in order to identify the customers purchasing behavior, which helps us to improve the businesses in marketing. Okay, and the second thing is, as in order to now in the medical field, as we know that uh, so in order to identify or in order to group the genetic information, because we know that genes consist of numerous information, and using this numerous information of genes, we can group the related information into a cluster. If we group the genes from information which are similar or related with each other into a single group, then we can easily identify some of the common characteristics with respect to these genes. Or like that, we may come across some fields like, see, we know that till now we have not aware with this coronavirus, is it right? And we don't know to which type it belongs to, which group of virus we belongs to. Okay, by analyzing by using the data mining technique, we can easily identify that it belongs to a type group called SARS. Okay, it belongs to a group of virus which are called SARS. Okay, that this corona, so based on our analysis, belongs to some type of group that is called SARS virus. It means corona belongs to a cluster called SARS virus. Okay, like that we can analyze it. Okay, something like that we come across in web related data. When we search something like movie in Google, okay, normally what the cluster will do is, so it will, we know that if you search any keyword in a Google, it will bring more than 1,000 pages, more than 1,000 pages. Okay, But whenever it, let us see what happens if I search movie in I do is okay. Now we are in a Google. Okay, so what we do is we will search movie keyword. Okay, see, lot of things has come here. Is it right? It consists of numerous number of pages. Okay, if you go on with that of pages we have got it, but you can easily see that all the information are grouped into separate clusters. See, all videos, first I have searched, I have not inquired only videos, is it right? But all videos have grouped into single group. See here. Okay, see, like that all theater related things are grouped into single group. See here, like that all trailers grouped into single thing. See here, all trailers grouped into single group. See, and other web pages like ratings, like information, like wiki information, something like that, they are grouped into group. Okay, like that, if you group any keyword in a Google, the cluster will help us to identify a separate groups of information with respect to this keyword that maybe come from 1,000 pages. It may be group like something like a videos, something like a theaters, something like a trailers, something like a ratings, or something like that. Okay, so this is what the clustering will do. So even sometimes it also even create the subcategories of groups. Is it right? A group may be again subdivided into subgroups. Like a video may be either a trailer or information with that movies or something like that. There may be a chances that even hierarchical relationship. Okay, so here cluster is helpful for us to do grouping of similar objects with respect to a search engine. If you search any keyword with respect to this Google search engine like this. Okay, I'm going to stop this. Okay, so that's why is applicable in numerous way, numerous application, like in such www or something like that. If you analyze, now to analyze the atmospheric uh, patterns. Okay, now if you group the atmospheric patterns of similar things into one group and dissimilar things to others, okay, we can easily identify something like if any what we say that some a cyclone or something like this going to happen, we can predict it as soon as possible, because if you find out the pattern which is similar to one of the group we identified, we can easily predict it. Okay, in this pattern is going to be cause something like a typhoon or something like a cyclone or something like that. Okay, it is even helpful for analyzing this atmospheric or environmental related things. Prerna, please switch off your microphone. Okay, fine. So now, so like that, it is applicable in numerous application. As I already told that it may be helpful in medical field to identify or to group genetic informations based on their similarities, in identifying some vaccines. Okay, or in marketing, it is very useful to identify the customers' purchasing behaviors, or grouping the customers based on their purchasing behaviors, or even we can easily identify in Google Map also. We group some of the houses which are what type of houses belongs to which type of areas. Okay, so whether of only the houses which are not higher level, or some areas may be with high level buildings, or some okay, some areas we have only some dense level buildings, some areas have few buildings, like that. In order to group these things also, it is helpful, clustering is helpful. Okay, in something like WWW wide web, it is helpful to form a clustering of or related items with respect to keyword searching. Okay, so in lot of field, like it may be even helpful in image processing, pattern recognize, a segmentation, something like that. Okay, so that's what clustering is a very important topic. We are going to use this cluster analysis in order to find out which are similar items and which are outliers. Okay, in order to see, even in fraud detection also, we can easily use this clustering things in order to identify the frauds, whether you will if any bank gives him credit, whether he is ready to pay that credit or not. In order to identify this related things, or even in detecting what we say that the future viruses for your computer also, it is helpful. Okay, so that's how cluster analysis is very helpful in all applications, almost in majority of the application. I cannot say all application, majority of the application. Okay, so now what we do is, we are going to learn how we are going to use this cluster analysis in order to solve the problem, okay, with respect to some fields. So already know